Fine. So previously we are discussing about how exactly we can create a basic object here. Think about how exactly we can create in a one basic program. So previously we are understanding about how we need to be just open application and then which we need to be close an application. Now we'll continue with that. So we'll be understanding that how exactly we can take with the login activity and then logout activity. Nothing but we'll understand that how we can work with the text boxes and how we can work with the buttons. Okay, let's look
Okay.
into that. So let me repeat again. So first, once we have been open with this Blue Prism, we'll be taking with the help of the Studio tab. So under the Studio tab, we'll be getting created all our programs here. One we will be having with the process and one we will be having with the objects here. So mainly all our objects will be getting created under objects only. After that, these objects will be calling under the processes here. Okay. So for now, we got created one object here. So that is we created one folder. Under the folder, we are getting creating with the one object here. So if required, we can get created one more. For example, I'll be taking with this right click activity, taken with the create object. Then it will be asking for the object name. Whatever the object name we want to be provided, which it will be providing that object name here. So I'll be mentioning with the login and logout.
Okay.
Now I'll be clicking on the next button. It will be asking for the description. Again, it will be providing some description. I'll be taking with the login and after that, it will be clicking on the function. Right.
Okay.
So it will get created. I will be taking with the double click activity. Okay. So once it have been Chipin, or can you repeat again?
Background music sound వస్తుందండి మీ దగ్గర.
Mhm. Just a second.
Hello?
Okay. Right. Fine. So now you can see here. So once we have been created with the object, which we will be able to see this here, right? So now here, you will be having three pages here. One you will be taking with the initialize, and one you will be taking with the cleanup, and one you will be taking with the action one. If I'm taking with the initialize, if you are creating with the object, whenever we are getting creating with the any of the new object, you will be having this initialize page here. We are not performing anything in this initialize page here. So how we can get understand it? The purpose of this initialize pages, we can understand like in a starting point here. Okay, so that means to get executed any of the object, we need to be understand that what exactly the starting point is. So your Blue Prism will be getting started from here only here. Okay, and if I'm taking with the cleanup, what it will be doing is once it got started with the execution, in case of any temp details we are having it, it will be trying to get clear with the all the details here, and then it will be taking our actual execution here. Okay, now if I'm taking with the action one, if you want to rename it, you can get rename it here. So which I will be mentioning that I will be taking with the login underscore logout here. Okay, and then I will be getting click on the OK button. Right, now we'll be moving this part. So whenever we are getting creating any of the object, by default it will be getting with the start option, and then which it will be getting with the end option here. Now our requirement is we need to be get open with the application. So if you want to be open any application, okay, so if you want to be open any application, we need to be provided with the URL details, nothing but application details we need to be provided. So to provide all our application details, everything, we need to be get create with the application modeler. So here you will be having with the application modeler option will be there. Now you will be clicking on application modeler. Then it will be asking that what will be the application modular name. You can provide with the same name. In case if you want to be share it, the same application modular, if you want to be share with another object also, then you can use this particular option here. But by default, it will be working with the individually. It will be getting click on the next button. Then it will be asking that what kind of application you are getting automated. For now, we are getting automated with the browser based application, which I will be taking with the browser based application here. Then I will be clicking on the next button. It will be asking that either browser is already opening it or you need to be get open it. So we need to be get open. So we'll be taking it this option. Then click on the next button. Then it will be asking with the path of our browser. By default, it will be working with the IE browser only here. Okay. In case if you want to be work with the Chrome browser, then you will be providing with the path of the Chrome browser here. Okay. Then you will be clicking on the next button. Now we need to be provided with the URL of the application. So whatever the application you have to be working on it, you need to be provided with the URL of that application here. Okay. So I'll be giving this application. Right. Providing the URL of the application. Again, you will be clicking on the next button. So this are the extra options here. For now, you will be giving as it is only. So remove this. So here we need to be understand that which 32-bit mode or 64-bit mode. By default, for now, you'll be taken with the embedded only here. Okay. Then click on the finish. So once you have been click on the finish, then it will be asking for the object identification details here. Okay. Now we need to be get identify your particular object here. So we need to be confirmed that whatever the application we have been given. Okay. Now I'm closing it. I'm closing the application. Now what I'll be doing is here you will be getting with the option of the launch. Let's click on the launch button. You will be able to see that application is launching it. By that, our application modular got connected with the application. Fine. Now you will be taken with all the respective details. Here you will be having with the options here. You will be having with the two options. One you will be taken with the add element and then add child here. So according to your project requirement, how exactly need to be get added, it can get added. For example, this I'll be taking with the login page. Okay, you need to be get recognized with the login page. I'll be clicking on the identify button. You will be able to see that the different spy modes. We used to be called an object spy. So in interviews, you will be getting that what are the different types of spy modes here. So if you understand it, one you will be taken with the HTML mode. From the keyboard, you can press Alt. Then it will be taken with the Windows 32 mode. Okay. Again, you will be pressing it accessibility mode and then region mode. Now, if you understand it, HTML mode has been used to get identify with the web applications. Whenever you want to be spy any of the web application, then you will be taken with the HTML mode. Windows 32 mode is which it will be taken with the Windows application here. Okay, so one will be taken with the web application and one will be taking Windows application. Next will be taken with the accessibility mode here. So in case of this HTML mode and then Windows Win32 mode is not working it, we'll be trying with the accessibility mode. And apart from that, it will be taking with the region mode. This is it will be taking with the surface automation. We told that we are having with the concept of the surface automation, right? So to get recognized with the images, it will be taking with the help of the region mode here. So for now, it will be taking with the HTML mode here. Once you are having an HTML mode, then move your cursor, then it will be getting identified. For now, I'm taking with the whole login window. Okay. Once you are able to see that highlighted in green color, from the keyboard, press, okay, from the keyboard, you can take with the press Control left click here. Once I'm taking with the Control left click, it will be taking all the properties of that particular page here. And I can see here. So automatically it will be taking all the process. Now here, what you can do is, once it has been taken all the object details, you can click on the match button. Once I click on the match, it will be giving the list of what are the options it was getting matching with. Here you are able to see here, title has been clicked on the checkbox, but are we able to see the title details here? There is no title details here, right? If it is not, if it is a blank, no use of that, make an uncheck of this here. Okay, so once you have been identifying with the object, in case of anything as a showing as a blank, there is no use of that, just you can make an uncheck of this here. I'm making an uncheck of this, and this is also link also blank only, input type is also blank, input identifier is a blank, ID is also blank, and the class name is also blank. I'm making with the uncheck of this. Okay, now again I'll click on the match button. Now we are getting it. Now what are the options we are having? It is taken with the tag name. It was taken with the path, parent URL enabled. Let me click on the highlight for the confirmation. If I'm clicking on the highlight, so it is highlighting it here, right? Now you will be getting click on the apply button. Okay. Now we required with the sum of the objects also. By default, we are understanding that what are the objects we need to be get identified. So one by one at the same time we can get take with the all the required objects here. Now we can see here. First, this is the login page. Under the login page, okay. Under the login page, we are having username text box. We are having password text box, login button. These three object details we need to be provided under the login page here. Okay, fine. Now I'm selecting with the login page. I'm clicking on add child here. By that, my objects will be getting added under this page. So we need to be follow particular, okay, whenever we are working on it, we need to be follow the particular standards here. We used to be calling a BP standards here. Okay, whenever we are developing any kind of objects, we need to be particular standards, because for now I'm taking only login page and logout page, very small objects we will be having. Going forward, when you're getting automated with the more number of test cases, we used to be having a more objects here. So we need to be maintained in a very proper manner to get understand by each and every person here. Okay. Now we can see here, I'll be taking with the add child. Okay. Now it is a text box, right? So you will be typing as a text box. These are the standards need to be followed here. If it is a text box, it will be mentioning with the text box. If it is a button, it will be mentioning with the button. If it is a label, it will be mentioning with the label here. Okay. Now I'll be taking with the hyphen. And what is this text box here? Login name text box or username text box. For easy understanding, let me take with the same names only. This is mentioning is a login name, right? Here also will be mentioning with the login name here. Okay. Now click on identify. Let's click on identify. Then it will be taken with the inspect element of that particular object here. Right. Now from the keyboard, we need to be press Control left click. I'll take Control left click. Okay, fine. It has been taken it here. Now again, I'll be clicking on the match here. Now we can see I'm ignoring this empty ones. I'm uncheck of this. This is also I'm unchecking it. Okay. Fine. Now we are having tag name, path, input, and everything here. Okay. Let me click on highlight. It is getting highlighted. Okay. I'll click on apply. Now we required one more text box, right? And for the login page only. Okay. So for the login page, you will be getting adding it here. So I'll be clicking on the add child only. Okay. Or else you can select on this, which it will be select turning it, add element here. It will be getting added for the same thing here. Okay. Now I'll be taking with the text box. Okay. Which I'll be taking with the hyphen. It will be taking with the password. Again, you will be clicking on identify. Okay. Now we need to be take with the password text box here. Okay. Which I'll be taking with the password text box here. Okay. Now, what we'll be doing, we'll press Ctrl left click. Okay. So now we are having with the matching things, right? So we'll be making with the empty one here. This is I'll make uncheck. This is I'll make uncheck. Okay. Fine. So everything is the correct only, right? Now I'll click on apply. Now we require button also. Then I will be taking with the add element. That is a button, right? You will be typing as a button here. Okay. And then I'll be taking hyphen. What is that button? Login. Which I'll be taking with the login. Take with the identify. Identify that particular button. Okay. Right. Now click on highlight. Sorry, identify. Click on highlight. Highlighting it. And again, I'll be doing with the same process here. Make an uncheck of this. Fine. Click on apply and then, okay, still we required here. Now we're done with the login. After that, we need to be take with the logout activities. For logout activities also, we need to be take this logout option. Now we're done with the login, right? Once we're done with the login, we can consider this is like in a home page here. We need to be get recognize this home page also. Okay. Then what I will be doing. Okay. Now this is the login page, right? So under the login page, or I'll be taking with this login logout. So here I'll be taking with the add child here. Now what I'll be taking, this is I'll be taking with the home page. Okay, let's get identify this home page. You can see here. Okay, now I'm taking with the whole window. Then I'll be taking with the Control left click. Okay, click on highlight. Highlighting it. Okay. Now under home page, you will be adding with the child here. Now that is a link. Okay, logout is a one link here. Now I'll be taking with the link under hyphen logout. Okay, now click on identify. We will be identifying this object. Control left click. Okay. Now we can see here, I'll be making with all the uncheck of the empty ones. Fine. And again, I'll click on match. Click on highlight, highlighting it. Okay. So before clicking on this, make sure that whether it is identifying or not here. Okay. Now everything, whatever the things we have been required, we have been getting identifying that particular objects here. You can see how exactly we are maintaining it. If you're maintaining like this, your in future purpose, your maintenance we can become in a very easy. These are the some standards need to be get followed whenever you are maintaining with the objects here. Okay. Now
Okay.
let me click on apply and then OK button. Right. Now you will be navigating to our page. So now if I'm taking with the start button, after that I need to be open application. So to open a application, you will be taken with the stage of navigate here. Okay, because we need to be navigate to one particular URL, then you will be taken with the stage of the navigate here. Making a drag and drop of that navigate here. Okay, and then double click on it. So once you double click on it, it will be asking for the name. I'll be mentioning that open application. Okay, and then it will be taken with this respective page here. Okay. Just it will be taken with the drag and drop activity. By that it will be providing that respective details here. Okay, not this one. This is our main object, right? So this is will be making drag and drop. Okay, now we can see here. Whenever you are taking with the drag and drop, according to this particular details, it will be providing that respective actions here. Now we can see I'm getting with the option of the launch button here. For example, this is the text box, right? I'll be taking with the drag and drop activity of the text box. Now we can see there is no launch action here. Okay, so whenever you are working with this blue prism, whatever the element you are using it, whether you are working with the text box or whether you are working with the button, automatically it will be suggesting that what are the actions we need to be using. And moreover, we need to be take that particular actions only here. Okay, let me take with the main hierarchy here. Okay, I'm taking with the main head here, and now from here I'll be taking with the option of the launch. Now click on OK button. Open application. Okay, once application has been opened, we need to be type with the username. Typing the username is nothing but we need to be enter the data in a text box. Whenever you want to be enter the data in text box, it will be taken with the stage of right here. Okay, so here I'm having with the right option, it will be taken with the right stage here. Okay, now double click on it. This is type username. It will be mentioning that type username. What is a username? You have to be type it, you need to be mention details. Whenever you are passing any data in Blue Prism, always we need to be maintained in a double quotes only. It may be any data. If you want to be pass any data, we need to be provided in a double quotes. For now, I need to be type in username that I'll be taking with the admin here. Okay, and then you need to be mention it where it has to be typed. You're mentioning that. Okay, so you are mentioning that what it has to be typed. At the same time, you have to be mentioned that where it has to be typed here. Now we can see here where it has to be typed. Whatever the objects we have been defined, they will be able to see here. Now just it will be taken with the drag and drop of that particular object. You're dragging it, you're dropping under element here. Okay, now you're mentioning that where it has to be typed and you're mentioning that what it has to be typed. Okay, click on OK. Right. Next, we need to be type in a password. That is also text box, right? It will be taking with the one more right activity. Okay, double click on it. Now you will be mentioning that type password. Okay, you will be mentioning that type password. Again, you have to be mentioning that what is the data you need to be typed. That you will be taking with the admin. Okay, and then it will be taken with the drag and drop of that activity. Okay, now you will be clicking on OK. Fine. So we are typing the username, typing the password. Next, what you have to do, we need to be click on a button. Okay, so to perform the click activity, okay, to perform the click activity, again it will be taken with the navigate only. It will be taken with the navigate here. Okay, double click on it. Now it will be mentioning that click on login button. BPM. Okay, now we need to be perform the click
here in the name.
Can you repeat again?
We can give spaces or we cannot give spaces in the.
We can provide spaces. Everything will be acceptable here. Or if required, you can take with the underscore also. Spaces we can give it, but always according to the programming standards. It's not like only Blue Prism. Any programming standards, spaces is not suggestible here. If required, we can take with the help of the underscore here. Okay.
Okay.
Now I'll be taking with the button login, drag and drop. Now we can see here. Now we are getting very less options here. Whenever I have been taken with the text box, if I see here, I'm getting with the lot of, sorry. It is not getting it. Okay. Now you can see it is giving with the lot of options we are getting it. But if I'm taking with the button login, we are getting with the very less options. That means related to the button, it will be performing with the click activity. Either it will be taken with the single click or it will be taken with the double click here. So for now we have been required with the single click only. It will be taken with the click center. In case if you want to be perform the double click activity, it will be taken with the double click here. Okay. So for now I'll be taking with the click center and then click on OK button. Right. Then it will be taking with the login activity. Once login has been completed, again we need to be click on the logout. So that is also click activity, right? To perform any click activities, it will be taken with the help of the navigate here. Okay, so for the interview purpose, there may be chances I will be getting this type of question. They'll be asking in a question like, if you want to be type any values in the text box, what is the stage you will be using? So here, what is the stage we are using? We are using the stage of right stage here. They'll be asking in a question, if you want to be perform the click activity on a button, what is the stage you will be using it? We are taking with the stage of navigate. All these things, each and everything will be considered as a stages here. Okay. Now again I'll be taking with the navigate stage here. Okay. So I'll be taking with the navigate stage. Double click on it. Will be taken with the click activity. Underscore. I'll be taking with the logout here. So now I'll be taking with the link underscore logout. So this is click activity, right? Now I'll be taking with the click center here. Okay, I'll be taking the click center. Click on OK button. Okay. Once logout has been completed, finally we need to be close an application. So to close an application also, it will be taken with the one more navigate here.
Here logout is a link, right? You have mentioned as a click center because button is different, link is different, right?
Button is different and then link is different. But if you understand our output activity, if I'm taking an application, you can see here. Let's take with the manual step. If
Okay,
I'm
okay.
taking with the button,
Okay,
right,
okay.
right. Okay. So this is, even though it is a button, I'm performing click here. Okay.
Single.
And this is also I'm taking in a click only. So for that particular purpose, we have been written click here. Okay.
Okay.
Right. Now, fine. Navigate. We record with the close application. I'll be taking with the main hierarchy and then it will be taken with the action of the terminate. So you need to be try to get remember with the actions, what kind of actions we are using. To get open application, I'm taking with the launch activity. To get close activity, which I'll be taking with the terminate here. Okay, and click on OK. Now let me write this close application. Close application, it's not like mandatory need to be get added, but as part of our flow, I'm mentioning it here. If required description, I can mention with the description also. Okay, and I'll click on OK button. Okay, right. Then I will be ending it here. So whenever you are arranging this diagram, you can get arranged in anything here. It's not like in a vertical or it's not like in a horizontal. Based on your comfortable, you can get arranged in any of the order, doesn't make any problem. Now we are starting our execution, opening the application, typing username, typing password, click on login button, click on logout, close application, and then stopping the execution. Now let's take with the link activity. It will be taken the stage of link. Now here there is no possibility to provide with the directly for selecting with the like this here. Okay, so if I'm directly making it, it will get connected only one link activity here. Okay, we need to be take individually only. Okay, this is, and from open application to type, and from typing to this, and then login, and then logout, and then close, and then end here. Okay, I'll click on pointer. So we already mentioned that whenever you are getting executed any object, first you need to be click on this reset button. Okay, Now for now we can see it is giving in a one error. Let me click on reset. Still we are having one particular error. Now I can click on this error message. We'll understand that what is the error. Close application. Okay, now we can see here, whenever you are having with the errors, it will be mentioning that repairable here. It is giving in a repairable S, and then it will be taking with the no. What you can do is just you can click on the repair all here. Okay, I'm clicking on the close. Again I'll click on refresh. Like you can see it is giving in a 0 errors. The reason it is giving an error is we are working with the close application. Whenever we are working with the close application, we have been taken with the terminate. As we are taken with the terminate, it is understanding that forcibly we are closing with the application. So that is the reason it is giving in like in a warning kind of thing here. Okay. So once we are mentioning that repairable, it will be understanding that okay, you are decided that to close an application, it is not considering as an error here. Now we are clicking on this reset button. Now we'll click on finish. So here initially we'll go with the slow mode here. So I'll be taking with the slow mode. Okay. Now we'll click on the run button.
Already the browser is open. That's why I think.
Right. Again, I'm clicking on the reset here. Now I'll click on this. I can see that application is opening it. It is typing the username, typing with the password, doing with the login, taking with the logout, close application, and here. Okay, so this is what it will be developing with any of the object here. So we're going forward, a object develop cheyalana sare same concept antundi. Just we need to be understand with the flow. According to that particular flow, we need to be developed. Okay, right.
Sir, application modeler में click చేస్తారా?
Yeah. Okay.
ఓకే. ఇక్కడ ఒక టెక్స్ట్ బాక్స్ మీద క్లిక్ చేయండి లాగిన్ నేమ్ మీద. ఓకే. ఇక్కడ వాల్యూస్ ఉన్నాయి కదా! అప్పుడు యూజర్ నేమ్ అనే చోటే ఇక్కడ యూజర్ నేమ్ అనే వాల్యూ మనం ఇస్తే అక్కడ పాస్ అవుతదా ఏమన్నా?
ఒకసారి మళ్ళీ రిపీట్ చేయండి.
ఓకే. మనం యాక్చువల్‌గా ఒక ఎలిమెంట్స్ అని బయట క్రియేట్ చేసుకుంటున్నాం కదా నావిగేట్‌లో. ఇక్కడే వాల్యూస్ పాస్ చేయొచ్చా?
లేదు, అలా ఉండదు. This is only for identification.
Okay.
Okay. Only for identification I will be passing it. I will not be passing any directly here. Okay. So we cannot directly pass from here. If required, we can pass from one variable that I am coming now here. Okay. So now, if you understand it, for now what we are doing, we are typing the username and we are typing the password. If we see here, I'm providing with the username here. This is, you can consider like in a hard coded here. Okay. So whatever the username we are typing it, we are directly mentioning. This is like we can consider like hard coded here. In future, there may be a different kind of possibilities. One is, if required, we can take with the data from Excel also here. Okay. At that particular time, we need to be provided with the Excel details. Or else, for now, the simple option is we can take one variable. Okay. So for example, if I take our general programming languages, we used to be calling a one variable here. Okay. Where we are storing some data. Similar to that, in Blue Prism also we are having with the same option here. So here you will be having with the one stage that is called as a data item. Okay. So if I'm taking with the data item, just I'm taking with the drag and drop here. If I'm taking with the data item, what exactly mean by this data item is, data item is nothing but where you are storing some data. Okay. So whatever the data you want to be get stored, you can store your data in this item whenever you have been required, wherever it has been required, you can call this particular data here. Okay. It's the concept of మన general programming languages తో work చేసేటప్పుడు will define one variable. Wherever we have been required, we will be calling that variable. In a similar manner, in Blue Prism also will be taken with the help of this data. Here you can get store your data. Wherever it has been required, you can call that particular data. Now, we're having username and password, right? We require two data items. Then I'll be taking with the two data items here. Okay, now we can double click on it. So then it will be asking with the name. Now I'll be providing that username. Okay, if required description, you can provide with the description also. Okay, and then it will be taken with the data type. Data type is nothing but which kind of data you are getting, storing it. So for now, I'm taking with the username here. Username is nothing but text, right? It will be taken with the text here. Or it will be taken with the number, you can work with the number. So according to the data what you are storing it, you can mention that particular details. For now I'll be taking with the text. So what exactly the text you have to be mentioned? We need to be taken a double quotes. Always you need to be maintained with the data and a double quotes here. Either you can directly provide from here, or else you can remove this. Here you will be able to see with the one icon. Click on it. Okay, so it will be opening the text what you are mentioning it, and here also you can type it, which it will be taken with the admin here. Okay, so that it will be taking it here. Current value, for now it is not an integer, right? So not required to mention any of the current value or not. And here you are able to see the visibility. For most of the time you will be having with the visibility, it is mentioning that hide from other pages. Hide from other pages is nothing but it will be considered like in a local variables here. That means this data item it will be able to access for this particular object only. It will not be getting access for another object here. Okay, in case if you want to be make it as a global, then you will be making with the uncheck of this particular checkbox. Then we'll click on OK button. Fine, it is showing as a username. Let's take with the one more data item. This is I'll be taking with the password. Okay, and here I'll be taking with the password. I'll be taking the data type. Data type is text, right? I will be taking with the text here. Again, I will be mentioning it, which I will be taking with the admin. And then I'll click on OK. So like this, whatever the data you want to be using, we can take with any of the data item here. Okay. So now if you see here, one we are taking with the right stage for writing the data into the text box. One is we are taking with the navigate for typing with the username and for typing with the password. Nothing but moreover to perform any click activities we are taking with the navigate here. Now we have been taken with the one more stage called as a data item. So enter is the last kind of question. What is mean by data item stage? We can understand that to get store any kind of data. Whenever you want to be store any data in a variable, and if you want to be call that particular variable, then you will be taken with the help of the data item here. Okay. Now we got it. Now if you understand it, our username and password available in a data item. Now in our application, whenever we have to be type in username, we need to be call this variable here. So for calling with the variable, I cannot make with the link activity. And I can see here, if I'm clicking on the link, if I'm taking it, it is not giving any link option. Okay, it is giving that cannot create a link from there. Okay, from data item to any of the stage. Okay, so from data item to any of the stage, we cannot make with the link activity, because if I'm taking it as the data item, it is not performing any action here. It is just a storage. Because of that reason, we cannot make any click link for any of the stage here. Now what you have to do is, let me open our application. Sorry, typing username. Okay, previously what we done with the hard coded here. Okay, but now from where we are getting this data, now we provided this data in the variable here, nothing but we provided this data in the data item here. Now whatever the data items you have been defined, they will be able to see here. And you can see here in the left side you will be getting all your data items related. In the right side you will be able to see the application modular details here. Now what is the data item we provided? Username. Just take with the drag and drop activity of this username here. Okay, now click on OK button, right? Next will be taken with the password. Okay, now I'll be taking with the password here. Password, right? Password. Double click on it. I'll be taking with the password. Just I'm making with the drag and drop. Again, I'm typing it password. Fine. Now we'll click on OK button. Now we can see here. So if I'm taking with the username, what is the data we provided? Admin and admin. Now if I'm executing my application, it's need to be typed with the username and password here. And I can see here, if I click on refresh, we have been taken with the data is admin. You are able to see that particular details. Now if I click on run button, it will be typing with the username as admin, and then it will be typing as a password as admin. Previously, oh, it's giving in a wrong, it is taking in a double quotes.
In data item also, do we need to give double quotes?
No, that is the reason it is giving error. Okay, as I have been given in a double quotes, it was typing the data in a double quotes.
Because already the data type is text.
Right. Okay, now reset. Now we'll click on the run. Now it will be typing with the username, which it is typing with the password, taking with the login activity, and then taking with the logout activity, closing with the application. Fine. Now assume that in future credentials are getting changing it. Now not required to update your process here. Just you will be taking with the data item only. Now just here you will be updating your credentials here. I'll be taking with the credentials will be the Suresh, and then which I'll be taking with the Suresh123. Okay. So this is already manually need to be able to get login with these things here. Now let me click on refresh. I'm getting the Suresh and Suresh123. Now I'm not making any modifications here. Okay. Just I'm changing with my test data here. Now if I click on run, this time it's need to be get login with the credentials of Suresh, and it's need to be take with the Suresh123. Okay, then it will be taken with the logout and then closing with the application. Okay, so
Or
this is
suppose
what it will.
username and password is not matching, what will be going there?
So if username and password is not matching it, obviously it will be giving an error only. But what our application will be doing is it can't understand what it has to be do it, because we are not mentioning anything here. Okay, in our process you are mentioning that type username, type password, click on login button. In case of it is a invalid, you are not mentioning what it has to be do it. For that we have to be write in a code to throw an error. Okay,
Okay.
so that will be understanding that how we need to get through an error. So going forward in a coming session, we'll be discussing about that how we can get through an error also here. Okay,
Okay.
so that option I will be
Again,
having.
in RPA, that what are you doing,
Uh-huh.
the system, how it has been navigating, it will take all the snapshots also.
Snapshot also means what will happen is it will be taken with the history, it will be taking it here. Okay, if I see here, if I closing it,
Hmm.
I can click on save changes. Okay. Now here you are able to see with the history here. So whatever
Yeah.
the history have been done it, here you will be having it. Now here if you double click on it, you will be able to see that what are the things we have been done it here. Click on view. Now it will be having all the activities here. So for now this was the current stage we are having it, right? So it is
Hmm.
having with the editable here. So in case if I'm making some other modifications, for example, I'm taking with the login and logout activity here. Okay, so now which I'll be taking with the refresh, and then it will be taken with the, sorry, let me take some modification. Just I'll be dragging it, and then I'll be taking with the cancel. I'll take one more data item, and then I'll close it. Now I'll be mentioning that added data item. Okay, then I will be clicking on save changes. And I can see you're getting two things here. So previously first we have been given completed. Next I am taken with the added data item. Now we'll take on this. We'll click on view. I'll click on the login activity. Now I can see. So here you will be getting with the what are the activities we have been done. Everything you will be having it. Now if I'm performing double click, it is in a disable here. Okay, because this is the first version. Now we are having the second version. So your previous version will be getting in a disable mode here. Okay, so that is the what you will be having it. So this is what you will be able to see with the images here. Apart from that, to cross check that whether our steps are correct or not, automatically Blue Prism will be generating with the log items also, that I'll be coming into the next step. So going forward, we will be seeing how exactly that log it is getting generated here. Okay. So for now, this is the one part you need to be get understand. So for getting practice, you can take with the same application, or you can take any of the web application, you can get practice it. Or else, if you want to be work with the same application of this HRMS, okay. So the whole training for most of the time will be taking with the HRMS application only. The reason I have been taking this application is it is a very stable application for the automation here. Okay, will not be having any more issues, or you will not be having any more defects, because in application if you're having any major defects out there, it will not be suitable for the automation here. Okay, so what you can do is just you can go to this Google and type as a Orange HRM demo Orange HRMS. Okay, so here you will be having with the possibility of the very first link only. Open this. You will be getting the same application only. This is RM Live. Okay, right. The only difference is I'm working with the older version 2.6. This is the latest version. Now this is credentials you will be able to see here. This I will be taking with the admin, and this is I will be taking with the admin. Take with the login activity. You will be having all the things here. Okay, and then we need to be take with the logout. You will be clicking on it, and then you will be taking logout. In my previous application, I'm taking only one click activity for logout. Here you need to be take with the two activities. First you will be clicking on it. Next you will be taking this logout here. So for the practice purpose, you can take with the help of this application here. So if I'm taking this application, if you understand in a very simple manner what exactly this application is, if I'm taking any of the MNC company, if I'm taking with the role of the HR activities, so what HR has to be doing, they need to be maintain all the employee details. They have to be maintain how many employees are available. In case of any new employee got joined, they need to be add new employee details. They need to be edited the employee details. They need to be maintain payroll details. They need to be maintained with all the swipe in and swipe out details. All that particular details will be handled this application. It's not like a very small application. It is looking like very small application only, but it is having lot of information will be there in application here. So we can perform with a lot of activities we can perform on this application here. Okay.
Okay.
So this is I'm taking with the admin. Now to see here, we can take with we can get create with the different kind of users. Now I've been logged in as a one more user called as a Suresh, right? So you can go to this option called as a Suresh, and we can get create with the new users. You can click on HR admin users. You will be having the possibility to click and add. And you can see I'm having two users here. One I'm having with the admin, and one I'm having the Suresh here. Okay. And this PAM model is like related to add employee. If you want to add any new employees, you will be taking with the add employee, and then we can take with the add employee details here. We can take add employee, delete employee, everything we can do it. Leave details is in case of you want to assign any leave for any employee, you can take with the leave what or the leave list they will be having. This is 5PIN and 5/4 details here. And what are the employee benefits they will be having? What are the payroll schedule? Recruitment is job recruitment details here. Performance, your employee appraisal here. Reports, we can generate some of the reports here. Bug tracker, in case of in this application, if you're getting any issues, we can raise that particular defect also, and this is we will be having with the help here. Okay, so this is the one best. I mean, initially we can work on this application. By that, we will be getting with the hands-on experience to understand that how we can work on it here. Okay. At the same time, if you're having in a time, you can take any other web applications also. You can get practice it here. Okay.
Okay.
So this is basically how we can do it. Now we need to be understand about with the installation process here.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I'll be sharing this document. I'll be giving this document also. I'll share this document. So here I have been documented everything step by step, including with the screenshots here. Okay. Just you can follow this particular document. It will become a very easy to get installed. So what exactly we have been required is we require minimum Windows OS will be the 7 here. If you are having with the 6, it will not be working it. Then you will be having with the Blue Prism exe file will be there. Okay, and after that Blue Prism license file will be there, and after that it will be taken with the SQL Server Expression Edition. Okay, so these are the things we have been required. Minimum it will be the Windows 7, and then Blue Prism exe file we have been required, Blue Prism license file we have been required, and then we required SQL Server Expression Edition. So this is will be suggested like to go with the SQL Server Edition will be the 2014 here. Okay, that what it will be get suggested. First you have to be install SQL Server Edition. After that you will be taking Blue Prism install software. After that you will be installing the license file here. Now to get installed with the SQL Server Expression Edition, so first you need to be download with the .exe file. Just you can go to the Google, you can type as SQL Server Expression Edition, you will be getting it, or else I'll be sharing these files also. Okay,
Share me
just
the link. I will download it.
yeah. So here you can take with the double click activity. Once you're done with the double click activity, it will get started installing. First, you will be getting this option. You need to be click on the option of new SQL server. Once you click on it, it will be asking for the accept. Just you can take accept only, not required to click on this checkbox to provide an updates here. Then click on the next button. So here you'll be getting one more option. Updates also not required to send it. Click on the next button. Then it will be asking for what are the things you need to be get installed. Make sure that you will be clicking all the check boxes. In case of some of the softwares already installed, it is okay. Otherwise, it will be getting installed those things also. Then
Okay.
your installation is getting in a progress here. So once your installation has been completed, in between it will be asking that providing with the name. You need to be provided with the name in the same format here. By default, it will take it, but in case if required, make sure that you are taking in the same format only. It is SQL Express. Yes, it is SQL Express. This is everything is a capital letter. We need to be take care of this activity. Okay. Then you will be clicking on the next button. Then finally, it will be completing with the all the installations here. Okay, so here we will be having with the authentication mode. Will be for now we will be working with the Windows authentication mode only. Just I will take Windows authentication mode. Finally, we'll be mentioning that everything got success here. Okay, now we need to be get installed with the Blue Prism file here. So whenever you are installing with the Blue Prism file, make sure that you are changing with the system date here, because I'm giving in a license. Okay, so that license, it's not like in a current license. Just you can change with the system date as a 2 months back and 3 months back, and then you can get install it here. Once all your installation has been completed, you will be making login into the Blue Prism. Once you have been done into the login to Blue Prism, again you will revert back your date to the current date only here. So what you have to do is every day, whenever you are opening with the Blue Prism, once you have been typing the username, before typing in a password, change the system date and then type password, do the login. Once it got login into the Blue Prism, then you can revert back to your normal date here. Okay.
Okay.
So you will be
Accept my
changing with.
email ID. Share me this document.
Yeah, I'll be sharing this. Or else I'll do one thing. If possible, I'll make all these softwares in one Google Drive. Okay. I'll be sending that link of the Google Drive or any other thing to get shared. By that you can get downloaded all the things in a one single shot. Okay,
Yeah.
so you have been required these things here. One is SQL Server 2014. This is your Blue Prism.exe file, and this is your license file here.
Okay.
So here I have got a documented step by step. So installing the Blue Prism, just double click activity on. Installing like any of the software, it will get completed here. So once everything has been completed, you will be able to see Blue Prism icon. Once you click on it, once you double click on it, it will be giving an error. Once you perform the double click activity, it will be giving an error as database error, because
For
we
installing
got
this Blue Prism, where I have to go? Blue Prism
so
install చేయడానికి ఏ లింక్ వెళ్ళాలి?
లింక్ అవసరం లేదు. ఐఎమ్ గివింగ్ ఇన్ .exe ఫైల్. మీకు డైరెక్ట్ డౌన్లోడ్ చేసుకోవడానికి ఆప్షన్ ఉంటుంది ఇది.
ఓకే ఓకే.
ఎందుకంటే ఇది లైసెన్స్ కదా మీరు, సో డైరెక్ట్ గా డౌన్లోడ్ చేసుకోవడానికి ఉండదు. ఐ హావ్ బీన్ గివెన్ .exe ఫైల్. నేను .exe ఫైల్ ఇస్తాను. సో ఈ .exe ఫైల్ మీరు డబుల్ క్లిక్ చేయండి. జనరల్ గా గూగుల్ సెర్చ్ చేయొచ్చు, బట్ నాకు తెలిసి వీఆర్ నాట్ హ్యావింగ్ ఎన్ పాసిబిలిటీ టు గెట్ ఆన్ ఇట్ హియర్.
నేను ట్రై చేశాను, దొరకలేదు అది.
అదే దొరకదు బికాస్ ఆఫ్ దస్ లైసెన్స్ స్టేటస్ అండ్ హ్యావింగ్ ఎన్ ఇష్యూ. నేను ఐ విల్ బి ప్రొవైడింగ్ దిస్ .exe ఫైల్. దీన్ని మీరు డబుల్ క్లిక్ చేశారంటే ఇట్ విల్ గెట్ ఇన్స్టాల్. So my Blue Prism, all the installation has been completed. Before getting login, it will given a database error. The reason is we got installed SQL Server, but specific to our database, we have not created any of the database here. So SQL Server అనేది సాఫ్ట్వేర్ ఇన్స్టాల్ చేశారు, బట్ డేటాబేస్ అనేది క్రియేట్ చేయట్లేదు. సో మన ఓన్ గా డేటాబేస్ క్రియేట్ చేయాల్సి ఉంటుంది.
లింక్ అప్ చేయాలి.
Right. So for that, I have been given option how the things need to be done. So once you got the login page, here you will be having configure. You can click on that configure. Then it will be asking for the DP details. You can provide with the connection name. Okay. So ఇది మొత్తం అన్ని
చూస్తాను ఎంత ఉంది.
ఓకే. సో ఎవ్రీథింగ్ ఆల్రెడీ నేను డాక్యుమెంట్ చేశాను. ఇది ఈ డాక్యుమెంట్ కరెక్ట్ స్టెప్ బై స్టెప్ ఫాలో అవ్వండి. బై దట్ యూ విల్ బి గెటింగ్ ఇట్ హియర్. ఓకే. ఇన్ కేస్ మీరు ఇన్స్టాలేషన్ చేసేటప్పుడు ఏదైనా ఇష్యూస్ వస్తే వీ కెన్ సే.
ఓకే ఓకే. ఫస్ట్ నేను SQL సర్వర్ ఇన్స్టాల్ చేస్తాను ఈరోజు.
ఫస్ట్ SQL సర్వర్ ఇన్స్టాల్ చేయాలి. SQL సర్వర్ అంటే SQL సర్వర్ వేరు, మళ్ళీ SQL సర్వర్ ఎడిషన్ వేరు అవుతుంది. ఓకే. సో మీరు ఎలా సర్చ్ చేయాలంటే SQL సర్వర్ ఎక్స్ప్రెస్ ఎడిషన్ గూగుల్లో. ఓకే.
SQL సర్వర్
ఎక్స్ప్రెస్ ఎడిషన్
2012 కదా?
14.
ఓకే.
2012 చేసుకోవచ్చు, బట్ బెటర్ సజెస్టెడ్ ఇస్ 14.
ఓకే ఓకే.
ఇది మైక్రోసాఫ్ట్.
ఇందులో చాలా వస్తున్నాయి. ఓకే, ఈ లింక్ పంపిస్తాను, ఒకసారి చూడండి.
ఒక్క నిమిషం నేను చెప్తాను.
లింక్ పంపించాను చూడండి.
అదే అదే దాంట్లోనే ఇది వచ్చేసి
2017 చూస్తున్నారు.
నేను డైరెక్ట్ లింక్ పంపిస్తానండి. ఎందుకు ఐఎమ్ హ్యావింగ్ ఎన్ .exe ఫైల్. మళ్ళీ మీరు ఇవన్నీ డౌన్లోడ్ టైం వేస్ట్ ఎందుకు? ఎనీవే ఆల్రెడీ ఆ డౌన్లోడెడ్. నా దగ్గర ఆల్రెడీ .exe ఫైల్ ఉండిపోయింది. నేను .exe ఫైల్ ఇచ్చేస్తాను. బై దట్ మీరు డబుల్ క్లిక్ చేశారంటే ఆటోమేటిక్ ఇన్స్టాల్ అయిపోతుంది. మళ్ళీ మీరు డౌన్లోడ్ చేసి అవన్నీ అవసరం లేదు. ఇవన్నీ నేను ఒకసారి ఒక గూగుల్ డ్రైవ్ లో పెట్టడమా లేకపోతే ఎట్లా షేర్ చేయాలని నేను ఒకసారి చూస్తాను. చూసి నేను మీకు షేర్ చేసేస్తాను.
పని చేయండి, దీన్ని ఫోల్డర్ లో పెట్టి జిప్ చేసి నాకు గూగుల్ డ్రైవ్ లో షేర్ చేసేయండి, నేను తీసుకుంటాను.
అదే అది నేను అలా చేసేస్తాను. చేసి మీకు ఆ లింక్ పంపించేస్తాను, మీరు దాని నుంచి డౌన్లోడ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. సో మీరు ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసుకోవాల్సింది
సాఫ్ట్వేర్ కావాలి కదా.
అదే అదే ఫస్ట్ SQL సర్వర్ ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసుకోండి, ఎక్స్ప్రెస్ ఎడిషన్. దాని తర్వాత వచ్చేసి బ్లూ ప్రిజమ్, దాని తర్వాత వచ్చేసి లైసెన్స్ ఫైల్. ఇది ఆర్డర్. ఈ ఆర్డర్ లో మీరు ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసుకోవాలి. నేను ఆర్డర్ కూడా మెన్షన్ చేశాను. తర్వాత ఈ గైడ్ కూడా PDF పంపించేస్తాను, ఆ రెఫర్ చేసుకోండి, ఈజీ అయిపోతుంది.
ఓకే
ఓకే ఓకే దెన్ రైట్. సో ఫ్రమ్ టుమారో we'll get started some programming activities.
Okay.
Fine. Okay. Bye.